Why don't you talk about your thrifting?
Yes. So while these people are reading books, I go out thrifting, and I've got. Eventually, I'm going to get to the point where I'm actually, going to actually do some reviews on stuff that I've bought and stuff. Because the first game that I got here, I specifically got this because I want to review just how terrible it is, and how 90s this is. I'm assuming it's in the 90s.
Oh, it almost have to be. I mean, it could be real early 2000s, but I'm pretty sure
Hey,
it's
this is
the
by
90s.
Signosis, though. That was one I always see. So this is the first one I have is a Spice World game. So for the Spice, it's based off the Spice Girls. It's an interactive music experience. And I'm just like, I did not even realize this was a thing, and I thought that is just that's ridiculous. And yeah, I want to have it in my collection because I like ridiculousness.
I mean,
That's why I've got a Philips CDI and most of the stuff that goes along with it because it's ridiculous. Um,
Yeah, just say it'll be there.
yeah, so shopping at Goodwill, couldn't pass this up. The Amazon Trail.
Like kind of like the Oregon Trail.
It is the sequel to the Oregon Trail.
Oh,
Well, not sequel. I mean, it's from the Oregon Trail, but yeah, it's
spiritual successor.
Yes, because there was actually an Oregon Trail too, and there was actually an Amazon Trail too. So, yeah, this is a learning game. Oh, for Windows 95. I do have a PC that runs Windows 95, so good on that. And then the star of the hour, which is I probably overpaid a little bit on this, and that is, and again, appropriate with the topic of the Jurassic Park and all that, is that got a copy of the Lost World Jurassic Park for the Sega Saturn. Now, I actually already have this on the PlayStation, but I wanted the Saturn version too because I don't have much in my Saturn collection. I've got a handful of games back there. But anytime I see Sega CD, Sega Saturn, if I don't have it, I try to pick it up if it's a decent price. Um, but this actually, you actually play as the dinosaurs in this. And I think that sometimes you can play as the people too. But the very first thing here says you are the T-Rex. Now that's a kind of a lying statement because you don't get to play as a T-Rex in the beginning. You play as a compy, I believe, in the very beginning.
makes sense.
And then like a raptor.
Yeah, raptor and Spinosaurus, probably. I don't know. You can play as all sorts of dinosaurs. Um, but no, I actually got to go out and go thrifting a little bit. Actually, found some stuff. The Amazon Trail one was the one I was surprised about because Goodwills have been really sparse on finding games. I did actually purchase something off Shop Goodwill because I was talking to my girlfriend about that, and I went and tried to sign in. I was like, I can't sign in, so I reset my password and saw a Magnavox Odyssey 3000, which is funny because I've got a Magnavox Odyssey, which we did a review on my 10th unboxing, even though I think it possibly could have been 11th, but it was my 10th unboxing. Um, and then eventually I'm going to do a video on cleaning up my Magnavox Odyssey 2. And now I'm going to have a Magnavox Odyssey 3000. Now my question is, where's the other 298 or 2,998?
Well, I mean, you get something like that with the SimCity games. It's SimCity, then SimCity 2000,
Yeah.
then 3000, then 4. Not 4000, 4.
Yeah, well, I've got 2,000, a copy of it sitting right up there on that shelf. So, um,
Yeah, I've got 3 and 4.
Man, they really thought that the year 2000 was gonna be like super advanced, when really it was just 1999. But like,
Well, as I found out from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, they just about nailed 2024.
huh,
Uh, I'll talk about that here in a moment, actually.
during streaming. You got anything else in gaming?
well, I seen a thing uh, uh, where it was talking about where we're at in like sci-fi movie timelines, and I think we were like right after Soylent Green. Um,
Probably. I know that the entirety of Back to the Future is now in the past.
okay, so futuristic movie timeline. So we're between Soylent Green and Children of Men.
Oh, good. We lived through Children of Men, one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I convinced Sarah to watch that. Like, she got to, just text me about it. She's like, "Yeah, it was a good movie. But why'd you have me watch that? That was so depressing." I was like, "Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it?"
Sucks to suck. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the one I'm not looking. Oh, the funniest thing is we're talking about Minority Report's 2054, but the one I'm not looking forward to is 2047. That's Event Horizon.
Yeah.
And
You know, Satan ship coming in.
Just don't go on a ship with Sam Neill and you'll be all right.
What are you talking about? I am home.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that that movie had a original cut that was so graphic that people like were throwing up and getting sick in the theater. And
womp womp.
well, and the cut that they got released in theaters was pretty damn gory. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a scene, Owen, where a guy's reaching down another guy's throat and pulling his esophagus out like through his mouth.
As you do.
Well, I mean, Nova did that to an Annihilus in a Marvel comic, and theoretically, those are for kids. That was definitely one of those look, kids, comics kind of moments.
Yeah, there's a few of those. And
isn't the Nihilus a robot though?
No.
He is a bug, actually.
There's a few
Yeah.
moments like that.
The best thing to come out of that, though, is the follow-up, like a few years later, where Annihilus is talking to Richard Rider, the guy who did that to him, and he's like, yes, I came to you. It was one of your members of your Nova Corps that defeated me last time. And he's like, I know. It was me. He's like, no, it couldn't have been you. You're a buffoon. Like, you must have hit your head on a rock back there or something. It couldn't have possibly have been you. And he's just like, it was me. And he's like, yeah, if you say so.
Yeah.
With a moment, a few moments later, where he's like, they have to get into the Fantastic Four's building, and it's only Franklin and Valeria that are there, and they won't answer the door. Like, they answer the door, and they won't let him in for Nova. And Annihilus is like, "Let me handle this. I'm good with children." And Nova's like, "Oh, this I've got to see." And so he opens up the door like, "I am Annihilus, Lord of the Negative Zone, and you shall let me in, Spawn of the Fantastic Four," or something like that. And they're like, "The hell with you!" and start shooting at him. He's like, "Good with kids, huh?" He's like, "It works back home." Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I've got for gaming. So.
Yep. So that's all I've got. I mean,
I suppose I should say, because I think I mentioned last time I got the game Scythe for Christmas, and I haven't had the chance to play it yet. So I need to finish reading the rules. But I am looking forward to trying it out.
I say for those who are watching, you can see that I obviously need more video games in my life. Well, you can only see part of it.
Don't worry, Jim. Ubisoft's got you covered. I don't know if you heard what they said.
Oh,
the other day.
yes.
Oh,
yes. Where
get used to not owning your games. So they got you covered on your storage. Don't worry.
No. Yeah, I say from what looks like you can see on cameras, you can see about 3 of these. It doesn't. You don't see the other 3 on the other side of Owen here, filled with games.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, I own a lot of digital games, but I don't use like Ubisoft, Epic Games, or Bethesda service. I just buy it off of Steam.
Well, supposedly, if you violate Steam's terms of service, you don't own your games either.
Right. The only one that I know of that you actually do is Good Old Games, because there you're actually downloading the game and everything to your system, and you don't have to ping back to them to make them run or anything. You own them free and clear. Steam, like you said, it is downloaded to your system, but like it's still going to ping Steam to make it work.
Well, I don't exactly intend to break the terms of service.
The problem is when the terms of service break you, like in Soviet Russia.
Well,
that's a Yakov Smirnoff joke, or something similar to one anyway.
I mean, that sounds very similar to like, well, hell, when you have the terms of service are a moving target now, it's like where, today, you're fine, but then tomorrow, that's fine.
I had my volume off. I want to make sure.
I thought I had mine shut off too, but no. When you have,
when the terms of service are a moving target, and they'll be like, "Oh, you broke the terms of service when? Oh, 5 years ago when they were different. Something you did then breaks our terms of service now." You can't do that. There's a reason why they don't make laws retroactive.
Thank you for watching. This has been a Geek Cabal video, Echoes of a Whisper. This has been a clip from one of our podcasts. The link to the actual podcast this is from is in the description of the video if you want to see the entire thing, which we obviously encourage you to do. But otherwise, if you enjoyed what you saw, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Subscriptions and all the rest is definitely appreciated. Comments, as always. But just in general, thank you for watching. Hope you liked it. And check out the other videos we have here on the channel. See you later.